18-year-old Preston Walls is behind bars after allegedly fatally shooting 2 teenage students at a chartered school called Starts Right Here, which helps at-risk youth in Des Moines, Iowa. At around 12:53 p.m. on Monday the 23rd of January, Preston entered a common area of the school building with a gun when Will Keeps, the founder of the facility, attempted to escort Preston outside. Preston then opened fire, striking and injuring Will and killing 2 students, Rashad Carr 16 and Gianni Dameron 18, before fleeing on foot. Will was transported to a local hospital where he underwent surgery and remains in a critical condition. Sergeant Paul Perizek of the Des Moines Police Department said Preston was wearing a court-ordered GPS ankle monitor as a conditional pre-trial release in a separate weapons-related case, which he cut off about 16 minutes prior to the shooting. Investigators said that the shooting stemmed from an ongoing gang-related dispute and that the 2 team victims are members of a rival gang. Authorities reported seeing a vehicle leave the scene. Approximately 20 minutes after the shooting, police conducted a traffic stop on that vehicle. 2 people remained in the vehicle while Preston fled on foot. Officers followed Preston into a wooded area and had K9 units sniffing the scene, and he was located in the 1300 block of River Vista Drive. Police took Preston into custody without incident, along with the 2 other people in the car, but those 2 other people were released without charges. Preston is held at the Polk County Jail and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, attempted murder, and criminal gang participation. A 29-year-old father from Anniston, Alabama faces capital murder charges after his 6-year-old child died from suspected abuse last week. On the 18th of January, authorities responded to Northeast Alabama Regional Medical Center after receiving reports of suspicious injuries on a child. There, a 6-year-old unconscious victim was undergoing treatment and had to be transported to Children's Hospital Birmingham for more specialized care. Police reportedly met with the victim's father, Joshua Clark, at Northeast Alabama Regional Medical Center and transported him to the Anniston Police Department where they interviewed him. After speaking with police, Joshua was arrested and charged with aggravated child abuse. A couple of days later, on Friday the 20th of January, the child died from his injuries at the Children's Hospital and Joshua's charges were upgraded to capital murder. Joshua remains held at the Calhoun County Jail without bond. Authorities have not disclosed the victim's name or any details of the abuse suffered. 31-year-old Krista Brunedge is behind bars after allegedly stabbing a 3-month-old infant daughter to death in Western West Virginia. At just before 8 a.m. on Friday the 30th of December, Lewis County Sheriff's deputies responded to the West Darbers apartment complex, located at 401 John Street, to a report of a stabbing. Their deputies found a woman inside the apartment, sitting on the couch with an unresponsive baby in her arms and a bloody butcher's knife nearby. Krista reportedly suffered self-inflicted stab wounds to her head, wrist and chest. She and a 3-month-old child were transported to a hospital where the baby was pronounced dead. The baby's shirt reportedly had several holes in the chest area, which appeared to be inflicted by a knife. Medical staff determined that Krista stabbed the baby and then herself. The baby's heart and lungs had been punctured by a knife, and it was determined that the victim had died due to several stab wounds to the chest. Authorities said that after stabbing her daughter, Krista sent a photo of herself to a mother holding her baby, who appeared lifeless with blood running from her head down to her chest. Earlier this month, a nurse at Stonewall Memorial Hospital who took care of Krista told a deputy she asked Krista what happened. Krista told the nurse that she stabbed her baby, then herself, and that she intended to kill her baby. A relative of Krista reportedly said that she suffered from postpartum depression. She could face 15 years to life in prison if convicted. A school janitor in Brevard County, Florida is accused of threatening to cut a 14-year-old student into pieces with a razor scraper after a group of kids mocked him for cleaning bathrooms. The incident occurred on Thursday the 19th of January when 26-year-old James Balagian, a custodian for Space Coast Junior Senior High School in Cocoa, was cleaning a bathroom when students were making comments about him. James told deputies he felt disrespected by the students and took a razor scraper from his pocket, telling one student he was from the hood and needed to be respected. The student said that James also threatened to cut him into pieces. According to deputies, the student reported the incident to a teacher, who then told school administrators. Other students also confirmed that James made comments that he needed to be respected and that he held the razor scraper in a threatening manner. James was arrested on Friday afternoon and he's charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, child abuse without great bodily harm, and exhibiting a weapon on school property. He was released from jail after posting bonds totaling $12,000 and made his initial court appearance on Saturday.